December 1872, a British ship spotted something strange in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. A vessel drifting alone. No distress signal. No sign of struggle. Sails still up. Food still warm on the stove. A half-eaten meal on the table. But not a single person on board. The ship was the Mary Celeste, and what happened to its crew of 10 people remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in maritime history. Welcome back to the hidden archive where history hides its secrets. Today we're going into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, 150 years ago, to investigate a mystery that has never been fully solved. If you're new here, subscribe. We uncover a new mystery every single week. Let's get into it. The Mary Celeste was an American merchant brigantine, a two-mast cargo ship built in 1861 in Nova Scotia, Canada. By November 1872, the ship was loaded with 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol and set sail from New York City, headed for Genoa, Italy. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and a crew of 7 experienced sailors. Captain Briggs was known as a careful, experienced mariner. He had made this kind of voyage many times. The weather forecast was reasonable. The ship was well maintained and fully stocked. There was no obvious reason for anything to go wrong. And yet 4 weeks after departure, the ship arrived at its own. Empty. On December 4, 1872, the British brigantine DEI Gracious spotted the Mary Celeste drifting erratically about 400 miles east of the Azores Islands in the Atlantic. The captain of the DEI Gracia, David Morehouse, actually knew Captain Briggs personally. They had dined together just days before both ships departed New York. So when he saw the Mary Celeste sailing strangely, no one steering, sails at odd angles, he immediately knew something was wrong. He sent a small boarding party to investigate. What they found was deeply unsettling. The ship was in good condition. No catastrophic damage. No fire. No flooding beyond a small amount of water in the lower decks, normal for any ocean voyage. The cargo was intact. The ship's navigation equipment was in place. But the crew's personal belongings were still there. Clothing, pipes, even a vial of medicine belonging to the captain's wife. The ship's only lifeboat was gone. And the last entry in the ship's log was dated November 25, 9 days before the DEI Gracia found her drifting. 10 people had vanished without a trace. And no one has ever found them. When the DEI Gracia brought the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar, a formal inquiry was launched. The lead investigator, Frederick Solly Flood, became immediately suspicious not of a mystery, but of foul play. He believed the DEI Gracia crew themselves might have attacked the Mary Celeste, killed everyone, and then claimed the salvage reward. But the evidence didn't support it. There were no signs of violence. No blood. No weapons, no damage consistent with a fight or attack. The 2 ships had been seen separately by witnesses before the discovery. The theory of murder was eventually dropped, but no alternative explanation was officially accepted. The Mary Celeste was released, repaired, and continued sailing for another 12 years under different owners before finally being wrecked off the coast of Haiti in 1885. Captain Briggs, his family, and his crew were never seen again. Theory 1: Waterspout or freak weather. Some researchers believe the crew abandoned ship after a sudden and violent waterspout, a tornado at sea which may have temporarily flooded the lower decks and caused the captain to fear the ship was sinking. In a panic, everyone boarded the lifeboat, intending to return once the danger passed. But the lifeboat, connected by a rope, may have been dragged underwater when the ship regained speed. Theory 2, alcohol fumes. The cargo 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol is significant. 9 of the barrels were later found to be empty and leaking. Some researchers believe alcohol fumes built up below deck, causing a terrifying but non-destructive explosion enough to make the captain believe the ship was about to blow up entirely. He ordered everyone onto the lifeboat as a precaution. The same rope theory applies. They never made it back. Theory 3, Seaquake. In the 1800s, sudden underwater earthquakes could shake a ship violently without warning, with no visible cause from above. A seaquake powerful enough to simulate a sinking ship could explain a panicked abandonment, especially if the compass was also knocked off, making navigation by lifeboat impossible. Theory 4, pirates or foul play. Despite the lack of direct evidence, some historians still believe the crew was taken either by pirates who left no trace, or by someone on board who planned the disappearance. The fact that the ship's papers, money, and cargo were untouched makes this theory weaker but not impossible. Here is what most people don't know about this case. The Mary Celeste mystery became world famous largely because of a fictional short story written by a then unknown author in 1884, a young Arthur Conan Doyle, who would later create Sherlock Holmes. His fictional version of the story, which he changed and dramatized heavily, was so popular that many of the facts people believe about the Mary Celeste today actually came from his fiction, not from real historical records. The warm food on the stove, the half-eaten meals, the still-lit pipe largely invented. The real mystery is strange enough without the additions. 10 people simply vanished in the middle of the ocean. And after 150 years, no one has ever been able to say with certainty what happened to them. The Mary Celeste remains the most famous ghost ship in history and one of the few genuine mysteries where every single theory has a flaw. Weather, fumes, earthquake, foul play, none of them fully explains every piece of evidence. And with no survivors, no bodies, and no wreckage from the lifeboat ever found, it's possible we will never know. What do you think happened? Leave your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to the Hidden Archive, a new mystery every week. End.